Today I want to talk about one of the biggest emerging, probably already emerged addiction of our time, a new addiction that we have just created by ourselves due to social media and various other platforms and online systems, and that is the addiction of wasting time. Now, why are we in it? Because we don't realize the importance of time and we keep thinking that what we are doing is very productive. I want to talk about two things when I discuss this new addiction, and I want you to introspect a little in this 10-15 minute session. Try and ask yourself whether you are also addicted to this. If you are, try and get out of it. If you're not, that's very good. I would give you a thumbs up and I would want you to continue the same way. But if you are, then try and think about it a little more, ponder upon it, be honest with yourself, and then try and get out of it. So, what are these two things that I want to talk about today? Number one, what are the signs that can tell you that yes, you are probably addicted to wasting time? You're not addicted to any drugs, you're not addicted to doing too much, but you're addicted to doing too little. Yes, that's what I want to talk about. So, what are these signs that can tell you, that can help you clarify in your own mind that yes, you probably are addicted to wasting time, not using the time that you have, because that is the only limited thing that you have with yourself, not using it well enough. I don't want you to be after in a race or something, after something or something like that, but I want you to understand the importance of the fact that time is limited and therefore we need to spend it more cautiously. Not try and hoard it, but spend it more cautiously. The first sign that you are probably addicted to wasting time is if you are waiting for RBI notification to start studying. Now, why do I call it as wasting time? Because I will be talking about it in a little more detail a little later as well. But for now, if you are waiting for the notification to come out and you think that you will start studying then what are you doing is you are trying to find more time to waste, because you can study right now as well, but you choose not to because you want some or the other reason to waste time. You're probably not doing anything else which is more productive than preparing for this examination. If you already have this exam in your own mind, if you already have created a target that you want to prepare well, give this exam and clear it. But you're not doing it nonetheless. Why? Because you're constantly looking for reasons to waste time. You're constantly trying to find something or the other that can help you justify your addiction of not using time well, of wasting it. Let's talk about the second one. Studying all day but eagerly waiting to relax in the evening. Yes, if you're doing this, if you be honest with yourself, that's the most important thing here. If your mind is actually waiting for your day to end so that it can start relaxing, so that it can do something that probably matters to you more, like watching Netflix, watching a movie, watching a series. If you're desperately waiting for lunchtime to begin, for dinner time to begin, so that you can keep your books aside and then do things that actually probably matter to you, which are all wastage of time, then, yeah, my friend, you're addicted to time wastage. Let's talk about the third one. And this happens with a lot of people. The second one is happening with a lot of students, and they don't even realize it. The third one is enjoying unproductive hours but not enjoying the productive things. Ask yourself, again, you have to be very honest, because this is all these points are more about introspection than about just me telling you and you following them or not following them. If you feel that you are constantly enjoying unproductive hours a lot more than the productive ones, for example, if a productive hour for you is working in the office, that's what is productive. But an unproductive hour is traveling, but traveling in the morning from your home to the office. But if you're enjoying that much more than working in the office, then that productive hour is not relevant to you. That productive thing or that productive work is actually not productive for you. It's not relevant for you. So either you change your life and build something around traveling, or you change your addiction to wasting time. Because when you're traveling, when you're moving from your home to the office and vice versa, you're actually not doing anything substantial. And if you're enjoying it, So either that is what you should be doing all day long, which is probably vlogging or something like that, or you're addicted to wasting time, and that is why you're enjoying it so much. So ask yourself, are you really enjoying the unproductive hours, like watching movies every day, watching some series, binge watching them every day, every now and then? Are you enjoying them a lot more than enjoying the productive things that you do on a daily basis, or not? Once in a while, it's okay. It's fine to have vocations. If it's fine to have time for vocations, time for doing nothing at all. That is also required. You need to rest. But if constantly you are in the middle of enjoying unproductive things and not enjoying at all the productive things in life, then you are probably addicted to unproductivity, which is the same as wasting time. And this again happens, I've seen it happening with a lot of students, a lot of aspirants. We constantly try and find reasons of our unproductivity, of our problems, of our, uh, you know, imperfections. And one such imperfection is me getting addicted to Netflix or Prime or Geo Hotstar or IPL, things like that. And because I don't want to accept it, so what I do is I first of all I stop spending money on them, and then I find ways of actually doing it without spending any money on them. And that is where I find friends who can give me free subscriptions of things like Netflix and Prime. So I tell myself I'm not spending anything, so probably I'm not wasting anything on them. But you are. You're wasting your most important accessory, that is time. Therefore, if you find yourself going back to Netflix and Prime and things like these again and again and again, day after day, month after month, year after year, then you are addicted to wasting time. And you can get out of it. It's not very difficult to get out of it. These are the signs. Now, this will tell you, okay, yes, probably I am addicted. But I don't want to talk about how to get out of this addiction, because just acceptance of this fact, of this idea, of this reality that you are addicted to wasting time is enough actually for you to get out of it. You're smart enough to be able to do it by yourself once you have accepted it. But beyond these signs, it's also important to understand why exactly दिस एडिक्शन, हम ये एडिक्शन में क्यों फंस जाते हैं, उसको समझना भी थोड़ा सा ज़रूरी है. बिकॉज वंस यू अंडरस्टूड द वाई, वंस यू अंडरस्टूड हाउ योर ब्रेन ट्रिक्स यू into getting into the trap of addiction of wasting time, then you can get out of it much easier. The first is the syndrome, which I call, it's something that I've created by myself, blame backup syndrome. It's like a backup that I'm creating for myself so that I don't have to blame myself for my failures. For example, 5 years down the line, I don't want to tell myself that I did not succeed in RBI exam because I did not study much. I don't want that blame to be on me. I don't want others also to blame me for it. Therefore, I'm constantly trying to create backups in my own mind and also around me, so that no one can blame me, and I myself, over that, I myself can also not blame me. I also have a reason to tell myself that I could not clear the exam, or I could not do this, or I could not do that because of this reason. So it was not me, it was this reason that resulted in me failing. So I'm always looking to create a backup. Now this is called as blame backup syndrome. I'm trying to create a backup that I can put blame on, so that the blame doesn't come on me, and that's a syndrome. Now, what is happening when I'm wasting time? How is it a backup? You might be thinking that. If you ask this question and then the answer pops up, then you know that you are addicted to, or you are in the midst of blame backup syndrome. If I don't waste time, I can't blame someone else for my failures. So let's instead waste time. So right now, if I study too hard, if I study smart, if I do everything right, and even then if I don't clear the exam, then what will happen? I'll have to blame myself that I did something wrong, that probably what I did was not enough. It was not smart enough, or it was not hard enough, or I did not study enough. Something I did was stupid, something I did was not correct, and that is why I failed. I don't want that to happen. Therefore, let's have loopholes in my prep so that next year or after this year's exam, I can blame that for my failure. And it happens too often. Every year after the exam, students call me and they're like, Sir, I wanted to prepare, but my office was very, uh, heavy or uh, very hectic, and therefore I could not find time to study. But if I had asked you to log your time, you would have found 2-3 hours every day that you're wasting on doing nothing. And why are you doing that? Because you don't want to actually study in those hours, because then the reason will go away. Then you can't call me and tell me, Sir, I did not clear the exam because I did not have time. You can't do that then. There are n number of similar time wastage techniques that we tend to find. And I'm not blaming you, I'm just telling you how our brain functions. I get into this trap all the time, every day. I extend my work endlessly if I have enough time, if I have endless time, if I have a lot of time in the world, I will keep extending that work. And then I have to push my brain, I have to tell my brain to stop doing it, to stop wasting time, to just get down to business, do it, and then enjoy my life. And that ways I'm more productive in my work, and then I'm also more productive in my free time, because then I'm able to do a lot more things as well. For example, read different kinds of fiction and non-fiction books. Watch, if I want to watch something, I watch something, I do it, I waste time, but then I do it deliberately. I know that I'm wasting time, not for a backup, but just to relax. So that is what you need to ask yourself. If you're in this blame backup syndrome, then the best way to come out of it is also very similar. You have to ask yourself first whether you're doing it or not. And if you're doing it, then to log when are you wasting time. If you're actually wasting time, accept it that I'm wasting time. फिर उसके बाद वो बैकअप रहेगा ही नहीं. It won't be a backup anymore because you've accepted it that you're wasting time. It's your fault. So you can't blame anything else or anyone else for your failure anymore. Let's come to the second one as to why are we addicted to it. If you ask yourself this question, what is life for me? And you get the answer, life is supposed to be fun, rest, enjoyment. And if you ask yourself, what is work for me? Work, challenges, ambitions, working hard. What all does it mean to you? And if the question answer that comes to your mind is, oh, it's a torture, it's something that I just want to get done with so that I don't have to do it anymore. If that is the question you're asking, and if that is the answer that you're getting, that means you're addicted to wasting time, because then work is not relevant to you anymore, whereas rest is very relevant to you. And what is rest? A state of rest for a while, it is good, but too much of it is also kept, it can also be kept as equivalent to wasting time. So if life for you is the same as resting, the same as having fun, the same as enjoying all the time, then you are addicted to wasting time, because then you will keep finding time periods where you can just do nothing. And you're doing that because you're addicted to it, because you think it is good. And if you ask yourself, what is it that work means for me? And if you always have a negative connotation or orientation towards it, that means you don't enjoy it, that means you don't value it enough. And therefore, what is it that you value is actually wasting time or not doing anything in your time. It's the same thing. Wasting and not doing anything in your time at all are one and the same thing. Let's come to the third one. Why do you think you're addicted, or why do I think that you're addicted to it? What do I want to do with my life? If you ask yourself this question, and if you are here, the answer is settle down, but the answer is not experience and learn. That means time for you is not something you want to enjoy or experience. Time for you is something that you want to use to ultimately get into a stage where you can waste whatever time you have left. अगले 5 साल मेहनत कर लेता हूँ, उसके बाद अगले 50 साल कुछ नहीं करूँगा. What is it? It's settling down. What are you asking from your life? You are trying to use the next 5 years of your life, or 3 years, or 2 years of your life to get into a situation where you don't have to do anything else, where you can be addicted in your entire life. You can be addicted to wasting time. You can be addicted to not doing anything with your time. But if you ask yourself the same question and if you get the answer that I want to experience more, I want to learn more, I want to grow more, I want to clear this exam, I want to work in this organization not to settle down, but to actually be able to learn more, experience more, see more of this world, see how monetary economics works, because that is what excites me. If those are the answers you're getting, that means you're still not addicted to wasting time, and congrats to you for that. So, why is it that you're addicted to wasting time? Can be found out by asking yourself this question as well. And this happens because of the culture that we are in. We are in the culture of living in the culture, especially in India, of settling down. And we are way too away from the culture of experiencing and living and learning in our lives. And that is the core reason behind as to why are we addicted to actually wasting our time rather than using our time smartly. So I hope this small discussion, 10, 15, 16-minute discussion as to on the signs that you might be addicted to time wastage, and why is it actually an addiction, and how is it affecting your personal, professional, career, everything, your mental peace as well. I'm very sure you learned something new, and you're going to ask yourself these questions. The moment you can accept your own problems, the moment you can be honest with yourself, half the problems automatically go away. So let's start doing that and keep preparing hard for your upcoming RBI examination. All the best. Bye bye. Jai Hind.